Right, hello everyone, welcome. Excuse the mess in the back here. We're just fixing up our bedroom, so there's a lot of junk in the background and on my desk and everything, more so than usual. So we're just gonna roll with it and see what happens. Those of you who are new here, welcome. Thank you for joining. For those of you who have returned, thank you for coming back. I really appreciate you all. My readings, they're a little bit different. They're a little bit weird, wild, and fun, I'd like to say. So, without further ado, we're just going to jump right into it. I always start off my readings with a short prayer. So, I'm just going to quickly do that. And I've done a lot of running around today, so I'm actually like a little bit tense. So I'm just going to that in, ground myself, make sure I'm grounded properly first. All right, short prayer. Okay. Immediately I'm feeling a little bit lightheaded. So I don't know if that's something this collective has been dealing with, is this feeling of lightheadedness, this feeling of being ungrounded, this feeling of like go, 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 flinting, like trouble concentrating. Okay, there's definitely this energy of like not being able to focus, not being able to calm down. I want to say it's anxiety because it's not really anxiety. It's not anxiety. It's anxiety in the sense of it's not anxiety. I don't know what this is. I don't know how to describe this to you guys, but it's not anxiety. It's this feeling of just, I'm not really sure what to do next, like just needing to do action for the sake of doing action. I don't know. I haven't used this deck in a while, so we're pulling it up again. The Puppeteer coming up here, okay? Explanations, apologies. Yeah, some of you feel like you're not in charge of your life. There's this feeling for a bunch of you that you're not the one making the decisions. You're almost feeling as though you're at the whimsy of other people. You're at the whimsy of what other people want you to do. You're at the whimsy of, say, your boss at work or family members, spouses, okay, partnerships, things like this, where they're asking you to do this and you're like, okay, fine, I'm going to do it, okay? There's this feeling of needing to separate yourself from that, okay? With the Puppeteer, it's this feeling of almost, I don't want to say like there's strings attached to these relationships, but it's like you feel like you need to maintain a certain level of doing what you're asked and not saying no. There's definitely a people-pleasing aspect here, for sure. Okay, with this collective, there's definitely a people-pleasing aspect when it comes to the Puppeteer. Oh, wow. Okay, definitely. We had the Miser come out, like this came out immediately. Stubbornness, inflexibility. I think you guys are aware of this. I think you guys are aware of this connection, right? This whole, isolation. I'm actually not going to look at this. If you look at the picture here, so in this picture with the Puppeteer card here, if we were to ignore the words for a second and just look at the imagery here, in this card we've got the hand and it's controlling two people, right? And the two people are in different spots, right? It's like being pulled in different directions. And in this card, it's a sense of like isolation. There's a sense of feeling alone, right? You're like not feeling, and that's kind of the vibe that I'm getting here. It's this almost conflicting vibe where in order for the Puppeteer, you obviously have to have another person around, but you have this sense of loneliness, like this sense of almost like this collective doesn't know or feels like they don't know. Sorry, let me rephrase this. I'm being told I'm saying it wrong. This collective feels like they don't know how to break free of this, and it's literally as simple as saying no. It's as simple as saying, I don't have time, I can't do XYZ, I'm sorry I can't show up to your event, I'm sorry this isn't going to work out. It's literally as simple as saying no. What's really interesting is the card that came afterward is the tailor. I'm going to again ignore that because I really want to draw the imagery here when I put the miser down for a second. Okay, and we put these two cards. In this card you've got the hand and you've got the strings attaching the puppets, right? But when you look at this card, here's the scissors and you're cutting the string to the hand. Okay, and that's what you see guys doing, is guys are shifting out of this, right? You're shifting out of this space of kind of like loneliness, of feeling stuck for some of you, of darkness, of not looking at things fully, and you're cutting those cords, right? You're bringing that energy back. You're bringing yourself back. That's this energy. Okay, now it's starting to become clearer. Yeah, it's this energy of working to bring yourself back, working to get your energy back, working so that, you know, you're seeing in the, I don't know how well the camera is going to pick it up, but you see that eye here in the middle of the hand, right? You're seeing that. You're seeing what's going on. You're seeing what's happening. You're seeing, and you know that this is a cycle. Right? You know this is a cycle that's been going on, right? A very self-destructive cycle. Remember that this cycle, even though there might be other people that on the outside, it's like, okay, well, I keep, like, they're controlling everything. Remember that you always have the option to say no. You always have the option, and you choose not to. You choose to just say, okay. And this collective is now shifting that and saying, actually, I need to start prioritizing myself, and I need to cut this cord. I need to cut this string. This isn't working for me anymore. This isn't going to happen anymore. I've had enough of this. And enough is enough. You know, that's it. Okay. Done and over with, and that's all we're doing. Okay, there's this sense of freeing yourself from freeing yourself from what was going on, freeing yourself from this space. Okay, freeing yourself from this area. Yeah, we've got this. I'm ignoring the what the card is labeled. Sorry, I should have cleaned this. God is labeled, right? Now we're creating our own. Okay, so we're cutting these, right? You see how we've got the golden string? We're cutting those, and instead we're bringing in our own ribbons, and that's what we're now choosing. We now choose what we tie ourselves to. We choose what we're going to interact with, right? There's definitely this energy here, right? This transformation type energy. Okay, this learning to be disliked. They're showing me, okay, there's a book. I absolutely love this book, by the way. It's called The Courage to Be Disliked, and I forget, it's a Japanese gentleman and someone else who does this book, and it's a philosophical book based on the psychological teachings of Alfred, what was his name? Oh, and it's escaping me right now, but anyways, this collective would really benefit from reading that book, The Courage to Be Disliked, right? You're changing. This collective is changing. They're changing the narrative. But you guys are stuck. There's definitely this energy of stuck. There's this energy of, like, you know, one step forward, two steps back is what I'm hearing. There's one step forward and then there's two steps back, because you're trying to find your footing here. You're trying to figure out what's going on, right? You're trying to figure out where you want to be and what you want to do and how you want things to come to be, right? There's this sense of things not always being as they're supposed to be with these two, things not showing up. Things aren't appearing always as they seem, right? Your I almost said your deception, but it's not your deception. It's your discernment is the word I was looking for about others' deceptions, right? You guys have the amazing ability to see the truth when other people don't want you to see the truth. And I say it's an amazing ability, but it's one that angers people and has angered people and has probably angered people in the past. And that's why we have this people pleasing going on here. That's why we've got this this energy of, you know, feeling stuck and not knowing what to do and not knowing where to go and not knowing, you know, who to listen to. Okay, nothing is impossible. No joke. That's, can you guys read that? Hold on. Nothing is impossible. No joke. That's what the card says. Open to the unexpected. You'll find a way. Yeah, y'all. I don't really know what to say because I feel like I'm repeating myself, and I feel like that's also part of this collective, is this repetition of patterns, this repetition of things that are going on, this repetition of things in the past. We're just going to take them. We're just going to take them. Okay. And learning how to, immersive training, learning, right? Learning how to do new things. This is a psychological and spiritual reset for this collective. This is not a reset of, physical proportions. You're not resetting necessarily your career, but you're more going on a spiritual journey. Some of you are going through a spiritual awakening in this collective. If you've already been through one, you're going through another one, or 2 or 3 or 4 or maybe 7. Okay, you've got this card here, which is called Ankala. It's all about being your soul purpose. Right? Finding your soul purpose, stepping into that, gaining the confidence. You can't follow your soul purpose when you are being puppeted and you are being micromanaged by other people. You have to break free of that. And that's what you're doing. That's what you're doing. We finish off this reading with this card here. This card literally is the good luck card. This is a journey for you. Okay, and I'm being told it's about the journey, it's not the destination. It's about the journey, not the destination. And what's really great is the first card that fell out was this card here. Okay, and this is from a completely different deck. Okay, the Nothing is Impossible card. And then this, it's actually from the same deck, which is interesting, is the last card that I was told to pull before I put the deck aside. And this is the card of good luck. And in this, the woman, where is she? Sorry, my camera is, here we go. So the woman's here and she's looking on into the light. Okay, I don't know if you guys can see. And there's this long pathway to get there. Long pathway. She's got to go down all of these stairs here around the mountain before she can finally reach here. Here, with this good luck card, she's standing right in front of it. She's done the journey. You've done the journey down the mountain. You've done the journey down the stairs. You've made it to the bottom. And now you're standing in front of this doorway into your new life. This doorway, this portal into your essence, into your being, into your soul purpose. And you're about to walk through it. That's the journey you're on right now. But it is a journey. Okay? She didn't just end up here. She didn't just wake up one morning, go outside her door, and boom, she's there. She had to come out here, and she had to walk all the way down and go through the hills and the valleys and the mountains and the rocks and take this long path. She's got to go over this. You can't really see it well in the camera, I don't think, but the path goes over this, like there's a good, like this cascade, this break here. Right, there's a term and I can't think of it. But it goes through that break, right? And she's got to find a way, right? This woman's got to find a way to get all the way through and then over this massive crevice that's in the land. She will find a way to cross over so that she can get here. It's not a simple straight line journey. This is a journey that has been and continues to be twists and turns. For some of you, you're at the start of this, and for some of you, you're nearing this point. You're nearing the end of this. And it's been twists and turns, and it's been a lot of learning, and it's been a lot of self-work. It's been a lot of shadow work, okay? One final card from this deck, I'm told. One card. It's been a lot, but your goal, you're reaching it. Okay, speak truth. Speak up and speak truth. Not speak your truth. The wording is very, very clear. There's truth and then there's perception, right? And you're speaking truth. Okay, you're slicing through everything now, right? We're getting a lot of Ace of Swords vibes here with this sword. Can I get it to? with this sword. We're getting Ace of Swords vibes here, okay? Even when you're being called crazy, even when you're being told that that's not true, even when you're being told this isn't the reality, you know different and you're going to speak the truth. Right? I do really encourage, if you have the ability to get that book, The Courage to Be Disliked. I think this collective would really benefit from that. From learning how to be disliked and to speak up in a healthy way without feeling the anxiety and the underlying guilt that might come along with that, right? And you're going to speak and you're going to open yourself up, right? And the mountains, they're behind now. You're over it, right? They're back here. Okay? Good luck. That's what I'm going to say to finish this off, is good luck. I don't think you need it. Like I said, again, it's been repeated again and again and again. It's a journey, not a destination. It's a journey, not a destination. You know, 1 step forward, 2 steps back. Eventually, you're going to have the momentum that it's going to be a step forward and then a step forward and then a step forward and then maybe a step back. And then a step forward and a step forward. It's about gaining that momentum, and it is coming. If you've been waiting and you're like, oh my gosh, like, I feel like I've been doing this forever, right? It's coming. It's coming. Continue, keep the faith, okay? And speak up, speak the truth. You know, speak the truth. Don't hold back. It doesn't mean you need to be rude about it. It just means you need to be mindful of what you're saying, and also be mindful of what others are saying when others are not speaking the truth. Be mindful of how that makes you feel, because you know when others are not being truthful with you. You know when others are trying to deceive you. You know when others are also not being truthful with themselves. It doesn't mean it's your job to show them that. That's not necessarily your job. It's about you recognizing that, wait, I know that you're lying to yourself right now. Wait, I know that you're trying to lie to me right now, but I know you're lying to me, and you don't know that I know that you're lying to me. Thereby, I'm not going to pay attention to what you're saying, and I'm not going to follow what you're saying, and I'm not going to take that advice that isn't real advice, and it's projections, and it's things that are designed to not be there for the highest and greatest good of your health and well-being, and is designed to sabotage you. I'm going to ignore that. Okay, this collective knows that. You have this collective's got a good discernment ability. It's increasing for sure. Okay, but it's been a lot of lessons, a lot of hard lessons have come along the way for you to be able to build up those, okay? And on that note, good luck on this journey. Remember, it's about the journey, not the destination. Hope to see you next time.